Hey girl, if you're watching this, that means that you've gone through my ebook, 3 Shifts That You Need to Make to Overcome IBS. Now, if you are like me a few years ago, that means you were suffering from constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating, headaches, fatigue, you're sick all of the time. You always have to keep an eye on the bathroom to make sure that you know where it is. Or maybe you're always, you go to a party and you're spending the whole time on the toilet. Maybe you've gone to a doctor and they've diagnosed you. Oh yeah, you've got IBS, but that's about all you got. After you left the walls of the office, like you're just up to your own devices. That was me for my whole entire life, and it was awful. I think IBS is one of the most underrated diseases and just afflictions to the human body, because if someone asks you, well, what's wrong with you? I've got IBS. Oh, haha, we get laughed off. But I swear to God, it ruins your life, right? It ruins every social event. It ruins every intimate event that you try to, have. It ruins your job because you're in pain all the time, right? And not just physical pain in your stomach. It's the pain of the worry and the stress all of the time. Being able to go out and enjoy a meal and not worry and freak out, is this going to send me to the bathroom all night? That's the type of freedom that I have found and my clients have found, and that I want you to find. So that's why I am sharing this 4th shift with you that's going to change things. Now, this is a shift that not a lot of health coaches talk about, right? When we talk about IBS, we think about, what do we need to eat? What are our triggers? What is coming into our body that's causing this? And yes, that is a huge part of it, and a huge thing that needs to be figured out. Your triggers do need to be figured out and diversified, so that after some time you can handle the foods that you previously could not handle. But there's another huge component that, without it, that part's not going to really work. That's kind of like if I gave you all of the tools to bake a cake, right? I gave you the eggs, the flour, the sugar, all the things, but then I didn't give you an oven to bake it in. Then it's literally useless. You're like, I've got it, like I'm almost there, but you can't bake the cake because you don't have an oven. So the last and final shift that I go deep with my clients with, because it is so transformative, is up here. It's our thoughts. And I know, bear with me for a second. Okay, I've heard this before, right? But I want you to really hear me. So what I want you to do is think of your brain as a cup, right? And it's constantly being poured into, and it's overflowing into your body. So if you have stress or negative emotions or fear of any kind, food fear of whatever it is, you're pouring it into your cup, and that's going to seep down into your body and really wreak havoc on your digestive system, okay? But when we can shift our thoughts and shift our thinking into more positive, more love, it can literally change the way your digestive system works. So what you could do is you could be eating the exact same thing you're eating now, but when you change your thoughts, things will start to shift physically in your body. So what do I mean by this? Something that I do really in depth with my clients is we talk about limiting beliefs that were adopted in childhood. So I want you to think of your childhood. If you experienced any sort of turbulence, maybe an unstable childhood, maybe abuse even, or maybe you had a nice, happy childhood, whatever the case may be, we all bring limiting beliefs and generational traumas with us that we subconsciously don't really know about. So from ages 0 to 7, we are literally subconscious sponges. We absorb everything. And even if things weren't said by our parents or whoever raised us, we are absorbing that energy and that belief. So for me, for example, I had a very stressful, turbulent childhood where I didn't know if I was going to be safe from moment to moment. So as a child, you learn how to survive that, right? I was constantly in a fight or flight mode. Now, one thing about our bodies is that they're either in fight or flight mode, or they're in the relaxation mode, rest and digest mode. It's one or the other. It's never in between. So as a child, I learned in order to be safe or to feel safe, I needed to be in the fight or flight mode all the time. And so my body adapted to that. So no matter what, even if I was, going throughout my day at work, I didn't know how to relax. I didn't know how to rest and digest because I had all these subconscious thoughts and ideas and energy from childhood and from my generational line. So when we don't deal with this, it doesn't matter what we eat. We could eat all the right things, but it's still going to give us these IBS horrible symptoms. So the fourth shift is shifting our mind and going into our subconscious, doing the inner work, doing that shadow work. And yes, this might sound woo-woo, whatever your thoughts are about that. But when I'm right now extending this idea to you that I hope that you have an open mind around. I hope that you can see how your conditioning from childhood may still be manifesting right now in your body and creating a disease, some symptoms that you do not want. And this is what I want to help you with. I want to help you go in, do that shadow work, ask those questions, and really rewire your brain so that you don't have to deal with these issues anymore that are manifesting as IBS. And, as far as taking this information to the next level, I would love to extend a free consultation call to you. So this call will be about an hour, 45 minutes, however long you need, a Zoom call, one-on-one, me and you. We're just gonna talk about what you've been dealing with and how it's been affecting your life and, any sort of solution or help that I can extend to you so that you can live a life without IBS, because I'm telling you, it is so much better. And I'm not saying that for any other reason but to help you and to show you what's possible. Now I can wear what I want without bloating. I can go eat what I want without fearing. I can go have ice cream with my husband and be fine. Not spend all night on the toilet. What else? I can go out and not have to worry about embarrassing gas, because that was something that I really, really struggled with. TMI, but hey, IBS, there's no rules here, right? So what I would love for you to do is to schedule a free consultation call with me. You can go ahead and the link is in the comments or in the description below. Go ahead and click that link and find a time that works for both of us, so we can just talk about how everything that we've talked about in my ebook and here today can apply to you so that you can truly live a life overcoming IBS and live the life that you're meant to live, that is your birthright, okay? So I will see you on the Zoom link. I will see you there, and I cannot wait to talk to you. Mwah.